Hey loves, thank you so much for stopping by my channel and watching this video. It's your girl Pink Vintage here, and I finally broke down and got myself something that I've had on my list for a very long time. If you ladies are anything like me, you will put stuff off, you will push it to the back burner, and you will get something else that's in a different price range than what you want. So again, if that's you, you can relate to this story. So I want to just briefly talk about it first, and then I will do the unboxing. Now, I've wanted the Louis Vuitton Artsy since I can remember. The replica bag that I had for years when I was like in my early 20s, moving to Atlanta from Tennessee, and just, you know, starting out, doing my thing. I had and sorry if you guys hear the washer, I had a replica Artsy that I purchased from someone, and that was the kind of thing to do back then. I didn't know how much Louis Vuitton regular prices were because I had never been in a boutique. We didn't have a store local to me. There was one on the outskirts of my town growing up where I did in Memphis, but it was just always so far out of reach, so far off the list that I didn't even think to just go in and say, hey, how much are the bags? So I got this replica Artsy, and I rocked it for like 4 years on and off, mixing it up with other bags that I bought from like TJ Maxx and places like that. So I got a GM Never Full, I got an MM, and I kept getting things in lieu of spending $2,000 and getting this bag. And I'm thinking about it now, it doesn't make sense if this was the bag that I really wanted, because guess what, now I spent over $3,000 on those two bags, and neither one of those meet my needs. Like, I feel like this Artsy will put those two together, and I feel like that's what the Artsy is going to do for me. So I will be selling the MM Never Full because it just doesn't, I don't like it. It's not big enough, and it's too small, and it's too wide open on the side. Like, I just feel like people can reach down. The GM Never Full, at least I felt like my arm closed it down. So I just went for what I wanted to get. I tapped into my savings, and for those of you who don't know, I do not have major credit card purchases when I do luxury good items. This is money that I pull out of my savings. So it was a tough decision. It took me about a week or two, and then I kind of went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But I was in the mall today and I just did it. I have saved, I have worked hard. I was number 5 in my company for this for December, and I work for a major company. So for me to achieve that, I did get the bonus that allowed me to buy this bag. So I pulled it out of savings and I just went for it. So now that my Easter speech is out of the way, loves, I can go ahead and take the ribbon off. So this is the beautiful blue ribbon with the yellow box, and I think these colors are gorgeous. I have incorporated this orangey yellowish looking color in my living room, and I do have some toss pillows that are a lot lighter mustard as well. So I know you dolls believe me, but I do want to share the receipt. And I did carry my YSL bag today, so it has a compartment in the middle that zips. So I'll show you dolls what the receipt looks like. And I did get this from Louis Vuitton in Bloomingdale, and I went to the mall and Tyson's Corner. So it is McLean, Georgia, for those of you all who are familiar with the area. I don't know if you can see that, and it's taking a minute to zoom in, so I'll just keep moving. So it does have my client name in here, and then it has my client advisor's name. So I'll try to, and if anybody wants to contact him, his name is James, and he's adorable. He actually put an item on the wait list for me, which was the multi pouch that I just couldn't bring myself to pay for because I just felt like it was too much money for something that I couldn't use for an everyday. It's trendy, true, but it's just not me for everyday. This is going to be my everyday bag. So all right, so here it is, guys. And again, I'm waiting on it to focus. Artsy MM, $2,000. And yeah, so it's $2,000 even, and then with taxes and everything, again, this was at Bloomingdale's. And again, I just purchase my items straight out, and I've never returned anything to Louis Vuitton, so hopefully I won't be returning this. This is the most expensive thing I've ever bought from the Louis Vuitton store. And it is the second most expensive bag I had, this being they're actually the same price. These were both $2,000, this one and this one. So I feel like I'm gonna feel better about my purchase once I sell some other bags out of my collection. But this one was $21.20 with taxes, so $21.20 with your tax for the state of Virginia, which is 6%. So all right, loves, I am going to go ahead and unbox this puppy. And I'm not gonna do a switch just yet because I do want to make sure that, again, that I'm gonna keep this, and I do feel confident that I will. I'll say on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm at like a 7, but that's still not a 10, so things could still go downhill from here. Just because in Louis Vuitton for $2,000 you can get one bag and a couple of SLGs, but then I'm thinking about it, what other SLGs do I have on my list? And I do have several things that I need to get rid of that no longer serve their purpose in my collection. So I'm probably just gonna go for it, and of course if I do, I'll do a what's in my bag. I wouldn't feel comfortable doing a what's in my bag if I'm not 100% sure, because then, you know, that's kind of like, to me, just not a good thing. If you're buying something high-end, you know, I don't buy these things just to like, let me do a video and return it. That's not the type of person I am. So I do want to make sure first, and then if I keep it, then I will let you dolls know, and I'll do what's in my bag or switching. So really, really nice tissue paper that they have. I don't know if you dolls can see, but it has like a ribbed kind of textured print. And they really upgraded that tissue paper and the little sticker that they put on here. So for those of you who have never purchased anything before and this is your first time, I do feel like you will be in for a really nice treat, because they just make the whole experience so nice. I had a bottle of Evian, and yeah, so it was just me kind of like telling myself I should have just bought what I wanted a long time ago, and then I wouldn't have this problem. But I also love the experience, and this will probably be the only bag that I get for this year, because I do want to continue to let my savings stack back up, and I want to also purchase either a new car or just see that bank account. Let me turn my ringer off. Stack back up, because I want to grow my spiritual business, and if that means getting a space for it, I might. Okay, where's all this hair inside of here coming from? Like, I don't even know. Okay, so let's see. This is always such a fascinating experience to me. It feels the same way that it does whenever I've done unboxings before, so that may be a good sign, because I know what it feels like when I go in the store and I purchase a bag that I might not keep. It feels like it's not mine. So this feels really good, and it comes inside of a drawstring, which is awesome. Awesome. It smells good. And so far I'm kind of gung-ho over the whole idea, and you know, like I said, 7 out of 10 sold on keeping it. So let's see what's up on the inside, and let's see how it feels at home versus in the store, because those are two totally different worlds. In the store you're more impulsive, there are all these lights, you know, everything is so pristine and pretty. I don't know what kind of spell they put on you when you walk through the door, but it just makes you feel kind of compelled to go outside of your norm, or your, not your budget, because you should never go outside of your budget. So I did, you know, make a smart decision. I would never want to buy a brand new $2,000 bag and have no money in it. That's not the type of chick I am. If I can't have what I'm comfortable having in my purse or my bank account, then it's a no-go. It's not coming home with me, period. So that's not where I'm at. But I'm saying, if you've already been, you know, eyeballing something and you're kind of teetering the fence, sometimes going in the store kind of pushes you over that edge or that ledge a little bit, and it makes you say, hey, go for it. So first and foremost, okay, so my dog is getting crunk right now. You want to come and speak? Okay, so I don't think so, but anyway, so you guys have never met my dog, but he's the cutest little rehome puppy ever. He's 3 years old, but I still call him a puppy. So one day I'll do a video to introduce you guys to my dog Boss, but for now you can hear him in the background cutting up, so just kind of overlook that, please. But so the leather itself is very, very white. I always call this white, even though it's more beige, but it's to me just like a brand new football. And the stitching on here was one of the reasons why I kept putting it on my list and kept putting it on my list and kept putting it on my list. So the stitching is just very unique and it's raised, and so it just gives me life. Boss, no please, no growling at the neighbors please, no growling at the neighbors please. So it's giving me life because it's actually raised maybe a ½ an inch above the actual strap itself, and then it opens up kind of similar to the Neverfull. However, the difference between this and the Neverfull is that this does stay flat shut on your shoulder without you having to, you know, tuck it in on the front, tuck it in on the back. Like, no one could stick their hand in here. Like, my shoulders are not skinny at all, so if you can get through here, then the only thing you gonna get is nothing, because my things are gonna be down at the bottom anyway. But I just don't feel like anybody could get through here. And then the majority of the opening is facing the front, so which makes it convenient when you're shopping. It's been a long time since I again had this bag in the replica, and I do remember when I was shopping I would kind of pull my wallet out, you know, or whatever, because it was so close to me, so I could just kind of gently pull out what I needed. Another thing I like about this bag versus, for example, the Neverfull so far, and I've only owned it for 2 hours now, the ride home, but so far, okay, this one has a D-ring. I didn't know that, so that's cool because I love the D-ring in all of my bags. But again, the microfiber suede, so I didn't know what new bag I wanted. I didn't know, guys. I was like, I need a new bag, and I kept going back to the Artsy, kept pushing it away. So I was like, maybe I'll get a Brahmin, because I love the interior of the Brahmin, the microfiber. But I got that in this bag. Got my space that's, you know, similar to the Neverfull. I got the hobo strap that I wanted, and then it also has some different compartments inside of here. So this one is made in the USA. Now this zipper feels a little wonky, and you know, I'm just not here for the games. Let's see. Okay, so they do have, yeah, the zipper is a little wonky. Okay, so yeah, so this one might have to go back anyways, but I'll probably just exchange it for a different, because I am already loving the energy, the feel, and the look of this bag. So it has a deep zipper, and I'll just go ahead and pull it completely out. Okay, so it has a deep zipper back here, again in the microfiber fabric. And if you zip this up and you look in the front of the zipper, there are 3 compartments. Compartment 1 in the middle, 2, and 3. So if you turn it around to the true back, which I would consider the back because the tag is right there that says Louis Vuitton, and mine is made in the USA, so it doesn't say Louis Vuitton Paris. But when you turn it back here, you have 3 more compartments. So you have one in the middle again, one on the side, and one on this side, and yep, and they're all the same size. I just want to look down and see. The Louis Vuitton tag for the USA is on the inside, but right here it says Louis Vuitton Paris, made in the USA. So I think it's inside the zipper usually, the additional tag that you get when it's made in the USA. I don't see it, but anyways, that's not important. The main concern for me is how the bag feels and looks, and they've started putting plastic all around everything. Like, I don't, or maybe it's because I haven't bought anything that had this kind of like gold buckle on it. So that was the other thing. I do like this in comparison to the old one, or the fake one, the replica one, which I loved, by the way, and I kept it all the way up until I bought my first authentic bag, which was in 2014, and that was on eBay. And if you guys want to look through my old videos, it was the Speedy 30, vintage Speedy 30. But yeah, so other than that, I do remember this being made a little bit different, and it would kind of open up. I would be like out in public somewhere and the ring would open up, and I would go ahead and just put like a bandage or some tape or something on it to stop it from opening. But these look really sturdy and really secure, and if they end up not being that way, then of course she will be going back to her old home in the Louis Vuitton store. Let's see. So this strap is really nice. It reminds me of the strap that is on the Neverfull because it's skinny. So that's how that looks. And then that is the clasp. A lot of women put their keys on here because this is a legit keychain, and it has, if you look at this side of the ring, it does have Louis Vuitton. Let's see if I can show you dolls that. It has Louis Vuitton on there all around the ring. And this clasp, of course, you can clip on your keys, your mini pochette, or whatever it is that you want to reach down inside and grab. This would also probably be really convenient attached to the D-ring, just to reach in and get things. I feel like it's in the back though, so I feel like if I did keep the bag, then I would move mine to the front, which, let's see. One thing that I do like is to get my bags heat stamps, and I feel like that's gonna be different because this one doesn't have anywhere that you can get it heat stamped. So so yeah, that may be different. I don't even know if this thing comes off, so that may be different. But okay, mod shot time. So let's see how it looks on me, and let me stand up and adjust my clothes first, so I won't be looking all crazy. But all right, so this is what it looks like on, and let me adjust the camera. So I see a lot of ladies carrying their bag like this, where they actually have the bag kind of draped across their wrist. And I think that is going to be awesome, as long as it's not too heavy. But my concern was wearing it on the shoulder, which I feel like this is a good look as well. But this hobo strap seems rather tight, but I guess over time as the bag relaxes and softens, then it'll be okay. I feel like because I have to think about when I'm wearing a jacket, I feel like sometimes that kind of makes me feel a certain type of way, and that may have been one of the reasons I didn't get it before. But I love comparing leather and the patina of leather, so I had to do it because they were right here beside each other. So look at that. This is gorgeous. Like, this is always something that I aspire to when I have a bag, and this is my 30, and I think this one is about almost a year old. Somebody is just always blowing me up when I'm doing a video. So you guys, this is the Speedy, that's the Speedy 30. This is the Louis Vuitton Artsy. I'm very excited to have this in my house right now. I think this is gonna be cool year-round bag, everyday bag. Even if I'm just running to the store, I could see myself with this. But I do want to start wearing my Neverfull pouch more, just so that I can have it with me if I'm just jumping out and going somewhere. So it is right here in my bag right now. It's empty, but this bag is really dusty. Now I see why they rave over the dust bags, because this bag is dusty. But anyway, so this is the Artsy Fartsy MM. I finally got it, guys. I'm so excited. They do not have the GM anymore. It was retired. So yeah, so I'm loving this. This is probably the perfect size, because anything bigger than this, you'll probably put more stuff in and it'll just be a catastrophe, because I can see that getting super heavy. All right, love, so if you see this again, then she's mine to keep. If not, then she went back to glory. All right, loves, thank you so much for watching. Peace and namaste.